I'm Jamalee Huntley, Pharmacy Director at Arkansas Children's Northwest, and I want to share with you opportunities that I have taken in my career to become the MVP, or the most valuable pharmacist to patient care. I'm a big sports fan. In fact, I come today in our franchise locker room to tell you about how BPS has advanced my professional journey in the same way that an athlete is going to grow in their career. This journey starts with the rookie years. These are the first years of your career. Whether you are in a residency or you take a job right out of school post-graduation, you're learning the playbook as a rookie would. This is that time that you are going to be training, gaining experience, identifying teammates to be a mentor, and then, as I said, the playbook. In my mind, those are the patient care guidelines that help us change the outcomes and win the game for the patients. The rookie years last 2 to 4 years, and just as an athlete is presented with a contract for a career extension, pharmacists are presented with an opportunity to sit for the Board of Pharmacy Specialty exam. The BPS exam, the Super Bowl of pharmacy exams, the first opportunity that you have to decide to take that playbook and sit on the bench, or to learn those plays and go out and take the exam. When I became eligible, the first thoughts that crossed my mind were, what if I don't pass? Thankfully, I had a coach pull me aside and he said, what if you do? I reflected on that question and I realized that becoming a board certified would increase my confidence in the contributions that I made to patient care. So there was really only one option at this point. I needed to memorize that playbook and I needed to go take that exam. Once becoming board certified in pediatric pharmacy specialty, my career expectations from my coach, they changed. Right after passing the exam, I was a clinical specialist working in Missouri in a large hospital system. I rounded with patients in the ICU. I would collaborate with the medical team, and I would use my knowledge to individualize patient care. I was at the top of my game, so I thought, until coach decided that I needed to play a different position on the team, and I was offered the opportunity to become a clinical coordinator. What an amazing opportunity that I had. I was being given the option to transition care from individualizing one patient to being able to write protocols and pathways in order to influence clinical outcomes on hundreds to thousands of patients. With that idea in mind, I decided that I needed to get the gear for this new position. I ran out through the tunnel, entered the field, and I said, put me in the game, coach. I'm ready to play. This specific game performance was also recognized by my peers, as I was elected to serve as a BPS Pediatric Specialty Council member. Working with BPS was fantastic. It was an opportunity for me to network, collaborate, and influence the standards of pediatric pharmacy practice in the United States and across the world. This involvement really made me realize that I wanted an opportunity to elevate my game. I leaned on my peers in BPS in order to find opportunities to take my talent to a new franchise. But what would this new franchise look like? That question resonated within my soul, and I became resistant to change. But I continued to trudge forward, looking for a new opportunity, and one day I was given an offer. I was asked to become a leader for a department in addition to leading the construction of a new hospital. This offer wasn't to just transfer to a new franchise. This offer was asking me to build a franchise. Now, there is a fine line between being comfortable and uncomfortable, and this offer really pushed me over the edge. Building a new hospital, moving to another state, so many things to consider. I built a family, friends, a network, a community. It's really hard to think about uprooting. Spouses have to find a job, children have to find a new school, you need to locate a new home, sell a home, pack boxes. Oh my gosh, where am I going to get all the boxes for my things? But after much thought, I realized that this hospital had just poured a foundation to build for this community. And that foundation was an excellent opportunity for me to step up and be an MVP for pediatric patients in Northwest Arkansas. So I picked up the phone and I said, put me in the game, coach. That first year was hard. It was really hard. There was not a day that went by that I didn't think about the fact that I had moved to the natural state and I was working in the most unnatural environment. I was in a hospital with no patients. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know what to do. But thankfully, I was able to lean on my peers and colleagues through BPS, in addition to having a great coaching staff that gave me resources, encouragement, and believed in me. That's what kept me from quitting, is I was working with a team of people who believed in me. They wanted our team to be successful. And that's what good coaches do. They invest in their players to create winning teams. So let's fast forward to our present day. It's 2023. Our hospital has now celebrated its 5-year anniversary. This is the ultimate healthcare Cinderella story for our community. Families used to have to drive 3 hours in any direction in order to receive specialized pediatric care that they now have in their own backyard. This day was extremely special for me. I reflected on the grit, the blood, sweat, and tears that were put into building this team in order to provide pediatric healthcare to the community. And there are no regrets taken for that decision. This is my story of how BPS has allowed me to grow professionally from a pharmacy rookie to the MVP of patient care. Some may say that I was in the right place at the right time. I would argue that I capitalized on those opportunities that were presented to me during those times. I sought out the needed resources and tools I needed to be successful, including finding mentors, looking to colleagues, and support from professional organizations like BPS. I didn't sit on the bench and watch the game. I raised my hand voluntarily and I said, "Put me in the game, coach." So today I encourage each of you to not sit on the bench. Ask coach what position you should play. Get some guidance. Learn how to help your patients become better. Suit up, play the game, and be the MVP for your patients.